Shannon, what's your reaction to this?
Well, I'm happy for him. I'm glad he got the number. I think he had to make some concessions. He wanted more than Deshaun guaranteed. And I think he comes in third on the guarantee list.
Slightly behind Kyler.
But he didn't get what he wanted, but he also got Baltimore to come up on the guarantees.
He did.
So I think everybody at the end of the day is extremely happy with this, Skip. The guy has a 45-16 career record, the fourth best of any starting quarterback in the Super Bowl era. And so, yeah, I mean, there's nothing to be, down about. And everybody's making a big deal. He did this without an agent. Let's match this again. Let's just say for the sake of argument, an agent could have got him 10% more money than what he got. Would the 3% have been worth it? Would the $6 million?
To the agent, yeah.
To the agent.
Right,
So it's going to be interesting to see. Joe Burrow comes up. Joe Burrow is coming up. Justin Herbert is coming up. And Brett Veach says, we're going to revisit Patrick Mahomes.
He did say that.
Let's see what Lee Steinberg, because if I'm not mistaken, I think Lee Steinberg is still Patrick Mahomes' agent.
Yep.
So we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see if the agent can get a little bit more than what Lamar. But Lamar should be very happy. He got the Ravens to come up about $50 million on the guarantees.
He did.
And the Ravens got him to go down about $40 million on the guarantee. On the guarantee.
Demand, yeah.
On his demand.
Right.
So I think in all, Skip, it's a good deal for both sides. You see they got a Zay Flowers. They signed Odell in the offseason. They get Lamar back into the fold. They took a wide receiver #1 last year, Skip. He got injured. Yep. So they've tried to give him some weapons so people can stop this notion Lamar doesn't have anything. The Ravens, Eric DeCosta's done a great job of trying to surround him with offensive weapons. He still has Mark Andrews. J.K. Dobbins is going to be back a year removed, another year past that surgery. So I think the Ravens are going to be really, really good offensively. I'm glad Lamar got his money. He's very deserving of this, and so I'm pleased with the outcome.
So as an ex-Raven, very close to Ozzie, you're good with all of the above.
I'm good. Okay. I'm great. I just hate that some of the bad blood, because Lamar, I requested a trade, and they, in talking to them, they were saying some of the negative things that he's not good at, where an agent could have shielded. Yep. But at the end of the day, Skip, he got money that he feels comfortable with going out there and play. And it's a 5-year. I would like to see, Skip, what's the real numbers for 3 years. Yeah. Because that's all I look at. All that other stuff is fluff, Skip. Because all they try to do is spread that thing so thin. So in the final 2 years with the cap hit, so what's the first 3 years of the numbers?
Yep. I hear everything you just said. And I agree, the Ravens are going out of their way to do everything they can to help him and make him even more successful in throwing the football. Right. Because they got Odell and Zay Flowers. I don't know his game that well, but by all accounts, he's big time. Right. And
Bateman from last year.
So they're trying. They're saying our commitment is to you.
Yes. Back-to-back years, they took receivers with the first pick.
Thank you. Yet they did not demonstrate a contractual commitment to Lamar until their backs got shoved up against the wall. I just don't know why you couldn't have arrived at this kind of a compromise a long time ago.
Because I think Lamar was hell-bent on getting Deshaun Watson's money. And I don't believe they were willing to go to that number.
I'm talking about head this off at the pass, where as you see it coming, after Lamar's MVP year, I know he's still on his rookie deal. Right. But that's when you start talking to me, and you've talked about Jerry and Dak. You could have done this a long time, way before.
Yes.
There's no rule against you. You can. Right. You don't have to wait until 5 years are up, right?
Right.
Okay.
I think that Jalen Hurts really helped Lamar Jackson, because now, Skip, we got a realistic. I think the Ravens said now we got a realistic barometer of things that we can base it off. We're gonna take the high, which is Deshaun Watson contract. Yeah. We're throwing that out. We're gonna take the low, whoever the low is, we're gonna throw that out. Okay, now let's get back. Jalen Hurts got a team to the Super Bowl. He's not an MVP. Lamar's been a multiple-time Pro Bowl player. Yeah. And so, this is something that we could work with. One guy got 179. Got 255. Lamar gets 260. Total value 185 guarantees. So I think I think Jalen Hurts really helped Lamar speed that up, speed that process up, Skip.
All right, I got all that, but you mentioned bad blood. There are rivers of it, And I'm hoping for all involved that they can put it behind them. I'm not so sure Lamar can, because we talked about this 9,000 times on this show.
Yeah.
And we both concluded it felt like the bridge was on fire, maybe burning to the ground between these two.
Right.
And what they went through last year was about as ugly as it gets for a former MVP franchise quarterback versus management. I'd never seen anything quite like it. And you were banging your fist over there saying, hey, whatever your injury is, you just can't risk playing the rest of the year. You got to shut it down because you don't have a deal.
Oh, yeah. But, Skip, the way I look at it, Lamar's looking at it like, man, they just gave me $185 million. Skip, I don't know how you feel, but if any of my exes could help me level up, I'm going to give them a hug and a kiss. I'll forget any bad blood that we may have had, anything that she might have said about me publicly.
I know, but you don't have to live with her. Now they have to live together. They're back. I
might be willing to take her back. She gonna help. How she gonna help me level up? Is she gonna get me leveled up like Lamar? Come on back, baby. I'm sorry for everything I ever said or did.
Okay, but listen, as they always say, the loving is easy, but the living is hard.
Yeah.
Once you're back in under the same roof, you're like, God, I now remember all the things I didn't like about you. That's why we split in the first place.
True.
Okay.
True.
I listen. It could flare a little bit here and there because Lamar is a proud young man in a very good way. He has high football character, strong football backbone. And once he felt like he got disrespected by the people he was living and dying for their cause, man, it was ugly last year, all through the year. And I'm not sure you can just flip the switch where money can buy happiness. I'm not sure it can, because I think Lamar knows deep down they done him wrong.
No, money can't buy happiness, but it can buy all the things that make you happy. Okay. Skip, he's in a very elite club now. There ain't a whole lot of people that can say I'm worth $100 million.
Yeah.
He in that club, and he's 26. And guess what? He gonna be back at the table. He get a chance to be back at the table before he's 30.
Yeah, this is for 5 years.
Yeah, but
first there was a proposal on the table that was for 3 years.
Yeah.
So this is 5, so they can spread it out.
Right. And I think the thing is for Lamar's looking at it kind of like Patrick Mahomes. See, Skip, they're gonna revisit this thing.
Make it good.
Right, and because the cap. And I understand the cap is going up, Skip, but when you start talking about cap hits of $60 and $70 and $80 million, even as the cap goes up, that's a lot of money on your cap.
Okay, so the final takeaway is I hope all's well that ended pretty well, maybe very well.
Right.
He got what I think he deserved.
Yeah.
I can't go to Deshaun because, look, Deshaun he didn't just shatter the mold. He went way over the mold thanks to Jimmy Haslam.
Right.
I don't even know what Jimmy Haslam was doing because no other owner knows what he was doing. In that crazy moment, he's bidding against himself.
Yeah.
For a guy with some baggage in Houston, and all of a sudden he goes to 230 guaranteed?
Yeah, but Skip, you can't, and sometimes we get carried away and we look at Hey, man, you see what such and such bought is? My girl come to me and say, you see what such and such did for his girl? Okay, what you want me to do about that? That's him.
Yeah.
I'm not finna, no. Just because he bought 10,000 roses and spread all that stuff throughout the house and they went to all this. No. So DeCosta said, hold on, Lamar. But I still believe, even though I think cooler heads prevailed, Lamar, the Jalen Hurts deal is a very good deal.
No, I got it.
And it's a realistic deal.
It helps.
Yeah, I think so.
It's kind of apples to apples.
Yes. It's not the outlier because I remember when Ndamukong Suh first signed his big deal. Skip, it was like 4 or 5 years before somebody came along for a defensive player and broke that number.
Yeah. Look, we could.
Mahomes gonna break that number though, for sure.
We could debate all day who's better between Lamar and Deshaun. Deshaun used to be really good, and then he wasn't so good last year in Cleveland, which is probably predictable because he went through hell off the field.
Yeah, he missed basically a year and a half of football, Skip.
Right, and coupled with what he was going through.
Yeah, that had to weigh on his mind. I don't care what anybody says, that's weighing on your mind.
Okay, so maybe he'll start to regroove it going into next year, so we give him a pass for the rest of that, and here we go.
Yes.
But the point is, with Lamar, he's an MVP, and you threw out the record. I mean, it's unquestionable. It's inarguable how good he's been as a regular season winning quarterback.
And the thing is, Skip, that I believe is that although he's been an MVP, I believe he can be it again. Yep. Because if you look at the way he was playing before he kind of got injured, he was
kind of got injured.
Yeah. Well, I think he was injured, and if I'm injured, Skip, I'm not chancing it. Because at the end of the day, I can't make any money hurt the way I can make it if I'm healthy. Because you and I both know if Lamar Jackson tears his ACL, he's not getting this deal.
No.
It ain't happening.
Right. And he didn't finish either the last 2 years healthy. And so Baltimore's saying, God, how far out can we go for how much guarantee? Well, I'll bet you right now, if you could put Bisciotti, the owner, on the lie detector, I'll bet he would say, we really bent over for Lamar on this one. We went way out of our way. He would tell you this was a very good deal for Lamar. That's what I think he would say.
Yeah, I think it's a good deal for them, Skip. But also, if you look at it, the weapons that they're giving him, they're trying to deter Lamar. You're not going to have to run as much as you once did. We got guys that can go get open in a hurry. Yeah. Now it's your job to get the ball to them on time.
Which he is highly capable of doing. Because I saw it for the whole MVP season, in which he only led the league in touchdown passes.
That is correct.
Okay. Well, way to go. I hope everybody's happy, and I hope Lamar can get over it.
Yep.
Thanks for watching, Undisputed fans. Subscribe here to get the very latest from Skip and Shannon. Plus, go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.